It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns, next on Madden Football.
Get it started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and off we go from Cleveland. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Bringing this crew out, it's someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016, Jacoby Brissett.
He spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Brissett going to go to the air right away. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
First carry for Nick Chubb, down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Brissett. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Brissett. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the red zone now, Brissett. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. To throw, Brissett. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jacoby Brissett taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, That hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky is getting his second chance to start in the NFL and will be with another storied franchise, this time the Pittsburgh Steelers. He slowly fell out of favor in Chicago after making a Pro Bowl in his second season. But what a lot of people don't realize is that he had a winning record as a starter in each of his last 3 years with the Bears. He convinced a lot of people as a backup in Buffalo, including Pittsburgh, that there's still something to be unlocked in him as a starter.
Now a dump off here complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun is Trubisky. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. Now it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, and he coughed it up. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
First down, Brissett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 27, Brissett. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Brissett. That's complete, right around the 8. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Brissett. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Brissett. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
On third down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And taken right on the 30. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Brissett now. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Gunnar Olszewski. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Claypool with another catch. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. .38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd down, this is Harris. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back near his goal line, Brissett. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now Trubisky on first down.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Oh, it shifts past him. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. First and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers.
At the 34. Now Trubisky to throw.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. He'll look to throw.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on 1st down. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They find some open field here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now Chubb running right, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Brissett. Got a man. It's short. It's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, Enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.